is, folks, over in the Championship. 4 clubs still in the mix, but only 2 can go to Wembley. Who's it going to be? We're going to take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again on a prediction video. Today we're taking a look at the EFL Championship Playoffs. Second legs, of course, the illustrious second legs. Who's going to take their first leg advantage and get through to Wembley? Of course, we'll take a little look in just a second. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang, all things Championship related, Rovers related, Wood football related. We're all here, boys. Under one roof, of course. Advantage, you would say. The only team maybe got a foot in at Wembley is Sunderland with that narrow win at the Stadium of Light. But of course, they've got to make that long trip themselves all the way down during the midweek to Luton, to Kenilworth Road, of course, which is an interesting place to go, none the same. And meanwhile, of course, the other half, or the other team up there in the northeast, they'll be hosting Coventry. We'll take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons, of course, you know who you are. But anyway, let's jump in the vortex and have a look at what we're talking about. That's right, let's talk about these, of course, the first legs. My picks, your picks, of course, just around the corner, and see how we all got on then, shall we? Of course, Sunderland against Luton was a tasty wee game. A game full of a few goals anyway. In fact, Luton took the lead. Elijah Adebayo, of course, on the 11th minute before Alman Diallo scored an equaliser. Of course, he does. That's what he's been doing all season. And then Tri Hume coming on the 63rd minute with what appears to be a winning goal, or a goal that will send Sunderland to Wembley. But of course, remember, these legs are only at half-time. Of course, possession-wise, it was all Sunderland, 60% compared to 40% for Luton. And of course, 13 shots for Sunderland, 11 for Luton, of course. Will Luton, of course, suffer the same heartbreak they did last season when they got to the playoffs but got knocked out at this stage? Sunderland, of course, riding on the crest of a wave from promotion from League One, could be on the brink of back-to-back promotions through the back door. Cheeky. So a 2-1 it was. I actually went with a 2-1 win, so I look pretty good with myself so far. Next up, of course, is Coventry City. They took on Middlesbrough at the Rico. Was it at the Rico? It was at the Rico, 0-0 in the end. And of course, a possession-based game bossed by Middlesbrough, 61%. However, that possession did not allude to many shots, just 5 shots of Middlesbrough. As for Coventry's 39% possession, they had 11 shots, but 0 of them were on target. So not much to read into this one. It's pretty much cards close to your chest between these two, and it's probably a bit of a coin flip as well. Two of the most informed strikers in Chuba Akpom and of course Gayorquez leading the time, but no goals so far in this one. It's going to be a very interesting game as that one pans out. That's coming at you on Wednesday. 1-1 I went, 0-0 in the end, so again I look pretty good for myself, don't I? Of course, we'll come back next season fully board with some full prediction show from the start of the season all the way to the bitter end, and I will show just how good a prediction king I am. But anyway, that's for then. This is for now, so look at me, just take a selfie of that bad boy and admire my near perfection. Of course, Frosty went with a 1-1 draw with Sunderland against Luton. Of course, 2-1 win he went for Coventry. Ant indoors, 4-1 away win for Borough. Unfortunately, got that wrong. Sunderland 3-2 win, not too shabby on that one. Paul Chambers, 2-1 away win for Luton, 2-1 win for Coventry. Didn't get that right either. Nat with a 0-0 draw. Sunderland Luton, 2-1 win for Coventry. He didn't do that good either. You got the Manish Tapa went with a 1-1 draw. Not too shabby there. 2-1 win away for Luton. But nobody upon nobody got 100% just like me. But of course, can I make it 200% by predicting the second legs? Well, we'll have a little look at it right here, right now, starting at Tuesday, May the 16th, be with you at the Kenilworth Road. It is Luton Town up against Sunderland, of course, and Simon Hooper will be the referee. Luton managed by Rob Edwards these days, taking over the ropes from Nathan Jones. 58% form for them. Just 1 win in 5. Not great form at the moment. Draws are creeping in. Only 1 win in the last 4 games up against Sunderland's side, who have won at 3 and the last 4, 83% form for Tony Mowbray's side. They played each other 14 times, 6 wins for Sunderland. I've got 3 wins for Luton, I've got 5 draws. Of course, biggest win for Sunderland, 3-0 win. Biggest win for Luton, biggest win for Sunderland, 5-0 win. The biggest win the other way, a 3-0 win. Luton picking up 15 goals over the course of those 14 games, 1.07 goals a game, compared to Sunderland's 20 goals over the last 14 games, 1.43 goals a game. Last time around, though, of course, it was a 2-1 win over at the Stadium of Light. Last time I played each other over at Kenilworth Road was a 1-1 draw way back in October 2022. And the last time Sunderland picked up a win at Kenilworth Road was back in September 1995, 2-0 win it was back in the Championship as well. Sunderland, last away game was a 3-0 win over Preston. A Preston that were already on the beach, remember that. A Preston that was already on the beach. However, their away form is pretty good. I'm looking at at least three wins on the spin for Sunderland on the road. As for Luton, of course, their last home game was a 0-0 draw against Hull, and again their last home defeat. Again, you're going to go to Burnley. Burnley pick up a 1-0 win at Canterbury Road back in the February it was. Diallo with 14 goals this season from midfield. Ross Stewart 10 goals, 13 games. He's a gem. And of course, if Sunderland were to get promoted, he might still be there. Jack Clark also scoring for goals from midfield. Carlton Morris got 20 goals this season, but he didn't score in the last one. Of course, coming at you though, the odds here, even Stevens is your Luton, 14-5 is your Sunderland here. 12-5 is your draw. The odds though for promotion right here, right now, we're looking at Luton 4-1. They did finish third, remember. A good 11 points clear of Sunderland, who are 12-5. They've got that upper hand heading into this. But what about me? What's my take on this one? Of course, realistically, deep down, I did feel that Luton might be in with this, even with a away day loss. I felt that they would still have a chance, but I'm sitting on the fence here now. I think on the fence with this one. I'm going to go with a cheeky, just a 1-1 draw, which unfortunately is not going to be enough for Luton Town, but it's going to be enough for Tony Mowbray, who 12 months ago was just saying his goodbyes to everybody. How nasty does that taste for a Blackburn Rovers fan? It does taste a little bit funky. He's managed, according to my eyes, dragging Sunderland to another date at Wembley. Goodness gracious me, they know the place. They've got their own bloody parking spots. They've been there quite a lot over the past few seasons with their League One endeavours, narrowly missing out, but of course getting there last time around. So we'll draw for me on this one. Luton 1, Sunderland 1, which of course get calculated. That means being a 3-2 win for Sunderland. They're off to Wembley in my eyes. But who's going to join them? Of course, will it be a North-East crunch clash, or will it be maybe a bit of a surprise package that, of course, Coventry City try to turn a game around or turn it into their favour? Coming at you on the Riverside on the 17th of May, Middlesbrough, managed by Michael Carrick, up against Coventry and Mark Robbins. Both got Man United connections. Of course, Carrick, former player. Robbins, also a former player way back when. Played each other 26 times since 1985. 12 wins for Borough, 6 wins for Coventry, 8 draws, of course. Middlesbrough, though, without a win in 4. 50% form for them right now, 1-2 lost 2 and drawn 2. Coventry though haven't lost in the last 6. In fact, they haven't lost in the last 8. 75% form for them. However, back-to-back draws as well. Biggest win for Coventry over Borough, 3-0. Biggest win the other way for Borough over Coventry, 4-0. Borough scored 35 goals compared to Coventry's 24. Works out around about 0.95 goals a game for Coventry, compared to 1.35 goals a game for Middlesbrough. Last time around, over at the Riverside, it was a 1-1 draw. That was way back in May. Towards the back end of the season. It was the back end of the season. However, they just played each other at the Rico 0-0. It was on that one. Of course, last time Coventry picked up a win over Middlesbrough at Middlesbrough. I don't know. I'm looking. I'm scrolling all the way back. I do not see it. I do not see a Coventry. However, remember that an away win would of course guarantee a win. Either side would guarantee yourselves passage through, but a draw might just do. Coventry did pick up a draw against Middlesbrough at Middlesbrough way back in April 2010. But they also picked them up at the last day of the season. So, hey-ho, away you go. But what does that mean for this game, of course? Goal scorers coming out to Victor Gale gets 21 goals. Gustavo Hamer with 9. So the goals are split amongst those two. Amongst others as well, Matt Godden with 8. As for Middlesbrough, 28 goals for Chuba Akcom, 11 goals for Cameron Archer. Foss got himself 10 as well. Crooks. So there's goals aplenty in the Middlesbrough team. But the odds right here are now 11-10 is your Middlesbrough. They are 11-10 on. They are favoured to win this game. 9-4 is the draw. 50-4 is the away one. And what about the odds for promotion? 11-8 is your Borough. Coventry, long shots now. 5-1. They're drifting rapidly. As of course the second legs come at you. For me on this one, of course, Sunderland are already there. I think they may be joined by their North-East camaraderies, and it's going to be a long day on the playoff final for both sets of fans. So for me, I'm going for a 2-1 win for Middlesbrough at the Riverside, which of course will mean a 2-1 win on aggregate, following on from the 0-0 draw at the Rico. That's my take on it, guys. We'll have Sunderland, Middlesbrough duking out for their one and only spot in the Premier League, the biggest game in football, the most expensive game in football. Winner will be lying in a bath of dollars, whereas the loser will be going home and preparing for life at Plymouth, life at Ewood, life at whoever else, Southampton, of course, next season. That's my take on it. Be sure to get your own take on it, of course, and I look forward to seeing them for the final. But until then, guys, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the little bell. Of course, we'll be non-stop show all the way through to the final and beyond, of course. But until then, guys, we are bouncing out, and of course, we'll see you for the next one.